said it out loud today, even if only to yourself, and I heard every word of it. I cannot do this anymore. That is what you whispered, somewhere between one breath and the next. And here's the thing I want you to know before anything else tonight. You are right. On your own, you cannot. And that was never the arrangement. So stay with me for a few quiet minutes, just as you are, with nothing left in your hands. You do not need to find new strength before you can listen. You only need to stop pretending you have any. You can lay that pretending down right now. No one is watching here. No one is keeping score. So breathe out slowly and let your shoulders fall, even just a little, for the length of this message. Before we go one step further, let me be honest with you, because honesty is where trust begins. What you are about to hear is an encouragement drawn from the Bible, a reflection offered to you in faith. It is not a private message from heaven with your name on it, and it is not a prediction about your tomorrow. It is the old and steady comfort of Scripture, read slowly over a tired heart, which tonight happens to be yours. And there is one verse I want to set underneath everything else I say to you. It comes from the letter to the Philippians, chapter 4, verse 13. Listen to it slowly, and do not rush past a single word. I can do all things through Christ, which strengtheneth me. Read it once more, quietly, in your own heart. Not, I can do all things because I am strong enough. Not, I can do all things if I just try harder. But I can do all things through Christ, who is the one that gives the strength. Hear what that verse is actually saying to the worn out and the emptied out. The strength to keep going was never something you had to manufacture by yourself. It is supplied. It is given. It is handed to the one who has run completely out. So let these words come to you the way the Scriptures speak them, gently and without any pressure. My child, I know how tired you are. I do not mean the tiredness that a good night of sleep can fix. I mean the tiredness that sits underneath everything. The kind you carry into the morning before the day has even started. The kind that makes ordinary things feel heavy. Answering a message, getting dressed, holding a small conversation. I have seen you do all of it anyway, on days when no one knew how much it cost you. And I did not think less of you for how hard it was. I saw how hard it was, and I stayed near. You have been strong for so long that you forgot strength was ever supposed to have a limit. You carried what others handed you, and then you carried what they dropped, and then you carried yourself on top of all of it. And somewhere along the way, being the strong one stopped being a choice and quietly became a cage. You learned to say, I am fine, because it was faster than explaining, and because you were not sure anyone could hold the real answer. But you do not have to be fine here. Not for these few minutes. You are allowed to be a person who has reached the end of their own strength. That is not a failure. In the Scriptures, that is exactly where grace likes to begin. There is a voice you have been listening to, and I want to name it gently. It speaks in your own tone, so you have always assumed it was simply the truth. It tells you that everyone else manages, and only you are falling behind. It tells you that if you stop, even for a moment, everything you are holding will come crashing down. And on the hardest nights, it tells you that you are a burden, and that the people around you are quietly tired of you. My child, hear me clearly. That voice does not come from the one who made you. It does not speak with the accent of heaven. It speaks with the accent of exhaustion, and exhaustion is a liar. So when it says you have to hold it all alone, let the truth answer it. When it says you are running out, the truth says, My strength is given, not earned. When it says you cannot go on, the truth says you were never meant to go on by your own power. When it says you are a burden, the truth says you are carried, and you always have been. You do not have to shout these answers, and you do not have to feel them yet. You only have to stop nodding along to the lie. The exhaustion has been speaking for so long that its voice started to sound like your own. But it was never the final word over you. There is a quieter voice underneath it. And that quieter voice has been telling you the truth all along, that you are still held, even now. Tonight, just for a few minutes, let that quieter voice be the one you choose to believe, and let the loud one rest. So if you are listening tonight with almost nothing left, this message is for you. If you have been running on empty for so long that empty started to feel normal, this is for you. If you smiled today so that no one would ask, while inside you were barely holding on, this is for you. If you have whispered, "I cannot do this anymore," more times than you would ever admit out loud, this, most of all, is for you. You do not have to gather yourself before you are welcome here. You do not have to perform wellness you do not feel. You do not have to turn your exhaustion into something prettier so that it can be received. Come as you are, with empty hands, and let that be enough. There is something the scriptures keep returning to again and again, and I want you to notice it tonight. Heaven does not seem to wait for people to be strong before it meets them. It meets the worn out in the wilderness. It meets the frightened on the water. It meets the empty at the bottom of their own strength. The pattern is not, become strong and then I will help you. The pattern is, you have come to the end of yourself, and that is exactly where I do my best work. So the very emptiness you are ashamed of right now is not disqualifying you from anything. The world told you that your emptiness was a problem to be hidden, something to fix before you could be of any use. But the scriptures keep treating that same emptiness as the opening, the very thing that makes room for what is given. A cup that is already full has no space left to receive. It is the empty cup that can finally be filled. In the scriptures, that emptiness is the doorway. It is the place where given strength has room to enter. I want to speak to the part of you that is keeping a tally of everything you did not get to today. The things left undone, the people you meant to reach, the version of you that you keep falling short of. You measure yourself by output, by how much you managed, by whether you kept everyone else afloat. But that is not how heaven measures a life. Your worth was never tied to how much you can carry. It was never tied to how productive your tired day turned out to be. And that means on the day you do almost nothing, you are loved exactly as much as on the day you do everything. The love does not rise when you accomplish, and it does not fall when you collapse. When you are strong, you are held. When you have nothing left, you are held just the same. I want you to think back for a moment on the seasons you were certain would finish you, the stretches of days you did not know how you would get through, the mornings you woke up already dreading. And yet, here you are tonight, still breathing, still listening, still here. Have you ever stopped to wonder how? How you made it through what you were sure would be the end of you? How strength showed up from somewhere on a day you had measured yourself and found nothing left? How you got out of bed one more time when the night before you swore you could not? The scriptures would say that strength was not yours to begin with. It was given to you, quietly, exactly when you needed it. You did not survive because you finally became strong enough. You survived because you were strengthened. Even on the days you felt nothing and gave the credit to luck or stubbornness or chance. Look back honestly, and you will notice the strength rarely arrived early. It came right at the edge when you had nothing in reserve. That is not the strength of a person who had plenty to spare. That is the mark of strength that was given just in time, again and again. And here is something I do not want the tiredness to hide from you. The strength you keep waiting to feel does not usually arrive all at once. It is not a flood that fills you up so you can finally relax. More often, it is given one day at a time. Enough for today. Enough for this hour. Enough for the next small thing in front of you. You keep looking for the strength to do all of it, the whole road, the entire mountain, all at once. But that is not how it is given, and it is not how you are asked to walk. You are given what you need to take the one step in front of you, and then, when you arrive there, you are given the next. So stop trying to feel strong enough for a future that has not come yet. You are not meant to carry tomorrow today. Think of how the people in the wilderness were fed in the scriptures, with just enough for the day, and never a storehouse to hoard. When they tried to gather extra and keep it for later, it did not last. The provision was meant to be received fresh, morning by morning. Your strength is given the same way. It is not a reserve you are failing to build. It is a daily bread you are invited to receive. And if you have only enough for today, that is not a sign you are running out. That is simply how it was always meant to come. Let me speak gently to the comparison that has been quietly draining what little you have left. You look at other people and they seem to manage so easily, and you decide something must be wrong with you. They seem to have energy you do not have. They seem to keep going where you keep stalling. But you are not seeing the whole of anyone's life. You are seeing the part they let show. And even if it were true that this is harder for you, that would not make you weaker. It would only make you more in need of what is given. The scriptures are full of people who came to the end of their own strength and were carried the rest of the way. Your need is not your shame. Your emptiness, not your verdict. You are exactly the kind of person that given strength was made for, the one who has none left of their own. So tonight I am asking you to set down a few things you were never built to carry forever. Set down the belief that you have to hold it all alone. Set down the guilt for being tired, as if tiredness were a sin instead of a signal. Set down the fear that says if you rest even a little, you will lose everything. You were not made to run forever on a strength you have to generate yourself. And you do not have to. And about that voice that keeps telling you the people around you would be better off without the weight of you, hear this carefully, my child. That is the exhaustion talking, and the exhaustion does not get to define your worth. You are not a burden for being human. You are not too much for needing help. The scriptures say that the mercies of heaven are new every morning, which means tomorrow already has fresh strength waiting in it for you. You do not have to find it tonight. You only have to make it to the morning, where new mercy is already standing by. So lay down the verdict you have passed on yourself. It was never yours to pass. If something in you has loosened a little while listening, you do not need to do anything dramatic about it. You do not owe anyone proof. You do not have to announce a change you do not yet feel. But if you would like, take this quiet moment and turn it into the smallest of prayers. It can be as plain as this: Lord, I have nothing left. Be the strength I do not have. There are no perfect words required. The scriptures show heaven meeting people in groans and sighs and prayers too tired to finish. Your honesty is enough. Your empty hands are enough. And if someone you love comes to mind right now, someone who is just as worn out as you are welcome to share this quietly with them. Not as a chain and not as a demand, just as kindness, the way you would steady someone who was about to fall. Now, I want to say something carefully, and I will not hurry past it because it matters more than anything else tonight. Faith is a real comfort, but it was never meant to stand in the place of care from other people. If the weight you are carrying has grown so heavy that part of you wonders whether you can go on at all, please do not carry that in silence. Reach out to someone you trust, a friend, a family member, a doctor, or a counselor, and tell them honestly how tired you have become. Saying the words, "I am not okay," out loud to a real person is not weakness, and it is not a failure of faith. It is one of the bravest and wisest things a tired heart can do, and you deserve that kind of support. You were never meant to hold all of this alone, and letting someone help you carry it is exactly how strength is supposed to work. Please reach out. There are people who want to help you carry this, and reaching for them is a step toward the morning. And before we come to the end, let me ask one gentle thing of you. Stay just a little longer, just through tonight, and then we will see about tomorrow when tomorrow comes. I am not telling you the road suddenly gets easy. I am not handing you a date or a promise that the weight will lift by a certain morning. I am telling you what faith has always whispered to the worn out, that the strength you need will be given, a day at a time, for as long as the road runs. You do not have to see how you will make it through next month. You only have to be given enough for the next small step. And that strength does not come from inside your tired self. It comes from the one who promised to supply it. So when the next step feels impossible, do not try to summon the strength. Simply take the step and let the strength be given as you go. So as this message comes toward its close, I want to leave one true thing in your hands to carry into tomorrow. The strength to go on was never yours to manufacture, and the failure to feel strong was never proof that you are failing. Let me say the verse over you one more time, slowly, the way it was meant to be received. I can do all things through Christ, which strengtheneth me. Not in your own power, not by gritting your teeth until something breaks, but through the one who strengthens the empty. So the next time you whisper, "I cannot do this anymore," let the rest of the sentence finish itself. I cannot on my own, but I was never asked to. The strength is given, and it will meet me as I go. I will not promise you that everything turns around by a certain day. I will not pretend to know the things only God knows. You have been handed enough empty promises by people who did not understand how tired you are. I will not add to that pile. But I can leave you with what the scriptures say plainly to the one at the end of their strength. You can do all things, not because you are strong, but because you are strengthened. So lift your head tonight, not because the weight is suddenly gone, but because you were never the source of the strength that has carried you this far. Take one more slow breath now, and let your shoulders come down. And let this be the truth you rest on as you close your eyes. The strength is given. You are carried. You do not have to do this alone. If quiet messages like this one bring you any peace, you are always welcome to stay near this small corner of the internet, where we simply sit with the scriptures together. And wherever tomorrow takes you, however tired you arrive there, may you find that the strength you needed was given, one step at a time, all along. Peace be with you, my friend. Rest now. You can do this because you will not be doing it alone.